All right, you consider it done. Let's go. Almost. Okay. Good afternoon. I would like to call to order the May 29th, 2024 Palm Beach County Transportation Disadvantaged Local Coordinating Board Workshop. The Palm Beach TPA is conducting this meeting both in person and virtually using the Zoom webinar platform. Instructions on how to join our virtual meeting as well as contact information for assistance are provided in the published meeting agenda. And we can go ahead and begin with our TD LCB overview. And I see Brian is ready to go at the podium.
Good afternoon, everybody. Brian Rusher, Deputy Director of Multimodal here at the Palm Beach Transportation Planning Agency. It's like our video is now getting started. We should all be getting the feeds in soon. So I appreciate everyone's patience while we got started and underway. The Transportation Disadvantaged Public Workshop is our annually required public workshop for our grant. And our operating procedures were required annually to meet and to hear from the public their concerns, their complaints, their inquiries about the paratransit provider through the Palm Tran Connection service as the community transportation coordinator. So I have a brief presentation we'll go through. It's about 10 slides, and then we can open up the floor for public comment. The purpose of today is really to provide an open forum for the public to engage with Palm Tran Connection staff and with the local coordinating board. So many of our members here from the local coordinating board are present and are willing to listen, hear out your concerns. They'll take those concerns either back to their agencies, or we can hear about them at the local coordinating board and potentially make future agenda items of those complaints and concerns as necessary, and share that input with partner agencies to collaborate on new solutions in moving the area forward and for our paratransit and transportation disadvantaged population. Transportation disadvantage described is really a focus on the people who have the greatest needs within our community. So there's a kind of Venn diagram and concentric circles that all come together that on the outside, people might be disabled, people might be elderly or have low income, but oftentimes these things kind of coalesce in one way or in many ways. So for example, a transportation disadvantaged eligible user could be disabled, low income, and elderly, and that would provide them with the merit criteria to be an eligible transportation disadvantaged rider. So generally speaking, it's for those who are unable to transport themselves or to purchase transportation is what really this boils down to. Our community transportation coordinator here in Palm Beach County is Palm Tran Connection through the Board of County Commissioners, a transportation entity that essentially provides the services to the population that we just described. There are community transportation coordinators all throughout the state. It's generally broken up by county. So the community transportation coordinator works with the transportation planning agencies or their peer agencies. And in this case, they work with Transportation Planning Agency as a designated official planning agency, which evaluates their services, which include, and Luke can correct me on any of these things, but shared ride, generally door-to-door paratransit services, ride hailing services, including UServe and Lyft. And then there are programs for free and discounted fixed route passes through this program as well. Wanted to provide that in this slideshow as we've only previously really described the paratransit service. Generally speaking, the eligibility we've already gone through, but it's age, income, and disability related. The fares are $3.50 per trip. And then there are other fares that are available to fixed route users, and then reservations are still available for riders on an advance call 1 to 3 days in advance to Palm Tran Connection. In fiscal year 2023, according to the AOR report, we had 158,000 trips on the fixed route system using a discounted fare card. So that's for a TD user that's eligible. They bought a fixed route service that they could basically go and take rides on the 1, 2, 3, 43 or whatever fixed route service that they choose they need to ride. 613,000 complimentary ADA trips and 118,000 paratransit trips. So that's just a general overview of services, and I'm open to questions by members in the audience. This is not a formal part of the meeting, but when there's no quorum, there's no voting, but there could be people online, so I'll check with our staff, make sure. Okay,
So we have no public comments.
No, Madam Chair.
All right, and if anyone here has anything they'd like to add to ask otherwise from Brian's presentation or to bring Lou in for any clarification, just pop up your card, and if not, we'll just wait for a moment, make sure there's no other public comment before we forward. Again, the instructions on how to provide public comment are included in our agenda. If anyone has anything, we don't have anything here in person. I don't see anything online, and if that's all right, with your permission, we'll go ahead and close this meeting.
That sounds good. Thank you very much for attending. We did notice this in the local newspapers and we provided flyers to all of our partners. We hope that you're able to disseminate those. Keep the information flowing to us. We'll always, be looking to hear from any riders or any of the agencies that would like to provide comments on the service. We'll work with Palm Trend Connection on getting that resolved. So thank you, Chair.
My pleasure. All right, one last check. Any public comments at all?
No, Madam Chair.
All right, I appreciate that. So at this time, our public workshop is adjourned. Thank you.
So we have a little time. Feel free to please go grab a coffee. There's snacks in the kitchen. Take a break before our next meeting.